Right, okay. So, some breaking news. As you can see from the thumbnail, is that Everton have appointed Marco Silva as their new manager. So I would usually do a video on this and not go live, but the reason why I have gone live is because I am currently making a video, and that's in review. So that's being made at the moment. So I have gone live because I need to get this out. So I thought, well, better way of doing it than going live. So they have finally got their man after 7 or 8 months after they originally went for him. They have finally got their man, Marco Silva. Despite being sat at Watford, despite taking Hull City down, they have finally got their man, and that is absolutely fantastic news for the Everton fans and players. So they are no longer managerless. So this is what they had to say on their website. Marco Silva has revealed his pride after being appointed Everton manager, and his resolve to build a winning side with a winning style and a deep connection between the Everton team and the Evertonian fans. The 40-year-old Portuguese manager confirmed himself as one of Europe's most talented young bosses during his spells at Sporting Lisbon and Olympiacos. Silva introduced an ambitious and expressive style at Hull following his move to the Premier League in January 17, where he nearly saved Hull, but he didn't. Then, in the summer, he ended up taking over at Watford. So that was a move that was very, very successful originally. So he took over at Vicarage Road. He won loads of games. They were in the top 5. They're in a similar situation to where Burnley were. This is what the new director of football, Marcel Brands, has said this. He is a manager who wants to play an attractive attacking style of football and also wants to work with the structure we currently have at Everton. Silva believes the fans will be proud of what they see on the pitch next season, because that is a problem that has arisen with the Everton fans and the Everton board. Between them, they don't like the style of football that Sam Allardyce provides. It's very boring, it's very old-fashioned, it's outdated. This is what Silva had to say. I'm really proud to be the new manager of Everton. I'm really excited and I'm really happy to take this big challenge from us as a club and for me as a manager. I want to express my thanks to Farhad, to the chairman, the board of directors and to Marcel for giving the confidence in my work. I know the huge history of Everton as a club and what they and the fans have expected. I'm sure everyone working together will be ready for this huge challenge. We have a lot of work to do in the next month because they're already behind, and to prepare everything for the next coming season. I know what our fans expect. They want results, but not only results. I want the fans to be proud of what they see on the pitch. I want them to feel that we are committed and that we are working hard and enjoying our football, because that is important as well. We want to build a connection between the fans and the squad, and I'm sure that our attitude and demands of the commitment, then we have our style of play. Everton is a really ambitious club. And that is something that I couldn't turn down. Everyone knows Everton's history. When a club like Everton come after you, there's only one aim, and that is to win. So he seems very happy. New director of football seems happy. This is what Majiri had to say. I'm really pleased to extend a warm welcome to our new manager, Marco Silva. As Marcel pointed out, Marco is a young, dynamic, energetic and very modern manager. So, he has had several spells at different clubs despite being still a young manager. Obviously, his last one was at Watford, where he was very successful in the first few the first few weeks of the season, and then things went downhill after Everton got involved. And there's still a little bit of a situation between Everton and Watford over the whole Marco Silva situation. So during his time at Sporting, he won the Portuguese Cup. He won the Super League in Greece, which is the top division. And then he went to Hull. And then he went to Watford. So they've wanted him for a long, long time. It's no secret they wanted to sign him. No secret. This is something that has been rambling and rambling and going on and on and on and on for a while. They wanted him before he got sacked, and then they wanted him again. It's one of those things you will see over and over again where the manager is wanted and they go back for him, and it's good. It's good they've gone back for him. It's good they've gone back for him. I think Everton fans will be very pleased with this news. They will be very ecstatic that so many, different kind of players will be brought into the club. He did very well last season. He brought in the likes of Richarlison. He got the best out of Decore, and he got the best out of an average bunch at Hull. He'll bring in exciting players, young players, attacking players. But it'll be interesting to see what he does with the likes of Wayne Rooney. What will he do with the likes of Jagielka, Ashley Williams, that are starting to grow old? I think he'll try and get rid of those people. He will try and get rid of those to try and have some more fans. This is somebody who plays a fantastic style of football, which, as I've said before, when Allardyce got the sack, if you're not playing any good football and you're not going to finish in the top 6, you're not going down, you might as well play good football. If you don't, because then you've got nothing. You've got nothing, and it means so much to fans if you at least you're enjoying what you're watching. That was never going to happen under Sam. He's a totally different manager. I don't think this is Sam's fault. This was the fault of the board for appointing him in the first place. This is exactly who they wanted, and they disturbed him a lot at Watford, but now he is back. It's crazy to think this is his third English club in a year. That's pretty bonkers. But it is what it is. I think he'll do a very good job. He needs to push Everton on. He needs to get Everton firstly back into Europe next season, and then push on from there. Because they expect now they've got lots of money. They have money to spend left, right and centre, and that's what they did last summer, bringing in the likes of Klassen, Pickford, Keane, Sandro. They spent a hell of a lot of money. How could I forget Sigurdsson? 45 million on Sigurdsson. He needs to go up there and find a striker. That's one thing he has to do, to go along with Cenk Tosun. He needs to find some better defenders. He needs to get the best out of some of the players. He needs to find Keane's form from Burnley, and that is something he could potentially do. So it's a very, 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 very interesting appointment. Everton are the 7th club. They're the best club outside the top 6, and that's where they need to start to aim. They need to start to aim for 7th and Europe, and after that they can start to look at further up, because that's the aims of this new owner, Farhad Majiri. It's not to finish 7th, it's just start climbing up the table. It is to start to climb up the table. There is no doubt about it. If they would have had a good season this season, they might have broken into the top 6. With Arsenal's bad form, I think they could have. I think they could have broken up into the top 6 if they would have had a good season. But they didn't. They certainly wouldn't have done it under Koeman, and they definitely wouldn't have done it under Sam. But maybe Marco Silva is the man to sort these little problems out. It's been a while since they've really pushed. I remember them finishing the top 4 years ago under Moyes. They're a bit like Everton were a few years ago. Just the club outside of the top 5. And now they've made the top 6. And that is what Marco Silva has to do. He has to do the same job as Maurizio Pochettino and bringing them so now there is a top 7. That's what the Everton fans want. They want to be included in that top amount of teams. They need to spend well this time, not bring in Wayne Rooney, not bring in Sigurdsson for 45 million, not bring in Klassen for 25 million. They need to have a look at their money and spend it wisely. Instead of bringing in 3 of the same player. It is a weird thing that they seem to do. It's going to be hard to topple the likes of Arsenal, etc. But that's not the aim for now. The aim is just to be competitive in Europe. They were in Europe last season. They did awful. I think one thing about Everton, they have a lot of young players. They have Davis, they have Kenny, they have Kieran Dowell, and they also have Aroma Lukman, who is been on loan at Leipzig. That is someone I can see definitely getting into his side. That would be someone he would 110% like in his team. He would love Lukman to get involved with the first team, and I think that is something that will happen. Lukman will be a part of things. He would bring the best out of a Lukman, out of a Davis, out of a Dowell, out of a Kenny, and I'm sure there's a few people I'm missing. They have a few youngsters at Everton, and that is something that they need to get the best out of. And that is something I can see the Everton board wanting and Silva wanting, to be able to bring the best out of some of these young players, because they are the future. Right, so I'm going to head off. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a comment about how you feel about Everton and this appointment of Marco Silva. Tell me down below your thoughts. Subscribe if you are new. Subscribe to the Mike Talks Football channel. We cover everything, all of the transfer news, all of the signings. We cover pretty much everything, all of the managerial appointments. We have already covered Zidane leaving today and Derby appointing Frank Lampard. So we cover pretty much everything. We do lists and stuff, so check the whole network out. Thanks so much for watching this video. I am Mike, and I will see you soon.